morning, kids. I'm Miss Bev, and I'm the Children's Ministry Director at Bellevue Christian Church. And we are a church where ordinary kids are learning to live everyday life like Jesus. Welcome back. It's so nice to see all of you this week. So this week we are starting a new series in our Sunday lessons. And I have lots of fun lessons that are going to go with this series, okay? And this new lesson series is called Under Construction. Who has ever seen construction work anywhere? Has anybody ever seen construction? Anybody? What have you seen construction on? What have you seen construction? Where have you seen it? Have you ever seen maybe a new house being built under construction? Or maybe you've been stuck in construction on the road. Anybody ever been stuck in construction on the road? They're fixing a bridge or fixing a street and it's under construction. Well, that is what our whole new lesson series is about. Under construction. Now, maybe if you've seen construction, maybe you've seen a construction worker that would wear a vest that looks like this. Anybody ever see a vest on a construction worker like this? Or maybe you've seen a construction hat. You ever see a construction worker wearing a hat that looks like this? Yes. Or maybe have you ever seen a construction vehicle like this? Or my dump truck like this? These are all things that deal with construction. And do you know, kids, that before a construction begins, whether it's a house or a mall or a store or the road, do you know that those construction workers, they have to get a permit, a building permit, or a road construction permit. They have to get permission in order to do that work. And that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about some people who did not get permission for what they wanted to do. Some things maybe you would have to get a permit for. Let's think. Driving. Did you know to get a driver's license, you need a permit? Did you know that? To get a driver's license, you have to get permission. Or to get married. Did you know that when you get married, you have to get a license? You have to get a permit, a license. You have to get permission to get married. What are some things you have to get permission for? Let's think. What would be some things you kids would need permission to do? Say them out loud, real loud, so Miss Bev can hear you. What are things you need permission to do? Do you need permission maybe if you want a snack? You ask your mom or dad or your grandparents, hey, can I have a snack? I'm hungry. Or a drink. Or maybe you need to get permission to go outside and play. Or permission to go play basketball. Or permission to play video games. Yeah, everybody needs to get permission. So that we're safe and people know where we are. You have to get permission to do things. Well, today, kids, before we get started, we're going to play a game. Who likes to play games? You like to play games? You're smiling at me. I see you like to play games. So I need everybody on your feet. Everybody get up on their feet. Parents and grandparents, this is for you too. You need to get up with your kids and play this game together. Okay? Is everybody up? Okay, you all ready to go? This game is called Simon Says. Who has ever played Simon Says? Raise your hand if you've played Simon Says. Okay, so Miss Bev's going to be Simon. I'm going to tell you what to do. Okay, let's go. Simon says, put your hands on your head. Put your hands on your head. Simon says, put your hands on your belly. Simon says, jump up and down. Simon says, wiggle your fingers. Simon says, make a silly face. Simon says, touch your toes. Simon says, give me a great big smile. Good job. Now, Simon says, everybody can have a seat. Go ahead and sit back down. So when we played that game, kids, who was in charge? Who was the leader of that game? Huh? Who was the leader? Say it out loud. Who was leading that game? Yes, it was Miss Bev. I was the leader. I was telling you what to do. Whether it was your hands on your head, touch your belly, smile, I was the leader. And you know what? God should be the leader in your life. You should look to God to lead you and the plans you have and the decisions you make. Did you know that God should be your leader? And we should seek him when we're doing things or making plans or making decisions. We should seek God. So today, guys, before we have our lesson, I have something over here that I want to show you. Do you all know what these are? What are these? I'm going to set them down here so they don't fall. Are these Legos and blocks? Yes, these are like big Legos, big blocks that Miss Bev has. And I'm going to build something. And I wonder if you can tell me what I am building. Let's see here. Put this up here. What is Miss Bev building? Anybody have any guesses? Whoa, it's getting pretty tall, isn't it? It's really tall. I'm afraid it's going to fall over. It's getting so tall. Look at this. Whoa, look at that. And if I put this on top of it, it would really be tall, huh? Does anybody know what this is? I could keep going till I reached my ceiling. Yes, this is like a tower, a huge tower that's going all the way up. As long as I keep building and building, it gets taller and taller, my tower. Well, today's lesson is about some people that built a tower. The problem with the tower was they didn't ask for God to help them build that tower. They did that tower under their own selfishness. And Miss Bev's going to read you the story today, okay? Remember, we talk about all of our Bibles that we can use. Today, we're going to use our church Bible again. It's a storybook Bible. And remember, guys, the Bible is God's Word. There are 66 books in this Bible. You all should know that by now. We say that just about every week. So Miss Bev is going to read this story for you, and then we're going to talk about what these people did, okay? This story is found in the book of Genesis. It's Genesis 11, and it's verses 1 through 9, okay? We ready? It's called The Tall Tower. After the flood, everyone spoke the same language. One word meant hello, one word meant mom, and one word meant dad. The people said, if we work together, we can do anything. Let's build a tower that goes all the way up to heaven. Then everyone will see how great we are. The people worked on their tower. They built it taller and taller. They began to brag. God did not like the way they were acting. It was as if they no longer needed him. So God mixed up all their language. When they tried to talk to each other, it sounded like babble. Everyone was confused. Then God scattered the people all over the earth. They had to stop building their tower. From then on, the tower was called Babel. You see, kids, look at the picture of this tower. Look at that. The people were building a tower to brag about themselves. They were trying to get to heaven on their own. They weren't seeking God. Just like Miss Bev's block tower that I made, making it real big, that's what they were trying to do with these bricks, to build a tower up to heaven, okay? Sometimes, guys, we want to do things on our own, and we don't want to seek God with what we do. We think we can make our own choices, and we think our way is the best. But kids, it's not. We need to seek God in our decisions. Let him help you make your way. Let him help you make right choices. Seek him first in the decisions. God has wonderful plans for each one of your lives, if you just look to him for those plans. Okay, I have a memory verse that we're going to be studying throughout this series of Under Construction. And it says, if the Lord doesn't build a house, the work of the builders is useless. And that is found in Psalms 127, verse 1. Kids, let God help you build your house, build your life, build your decisions. He has plans for you, and you need to seek him. Don't try to be like those people that build that tower all on their own. Okay? I want you to pray to God and ask him if the choices that you're making please him, and if that's what he wants you to do. If you are going to build, don't do it on your own. Build with God, and he will build up you in faith. So seek God. Let him build you up in your faith. Parents, I've been sending home these Make It Stick papers in your packets. I hope you will go over these with your kids, do the discussion questions, and talk to your kids about what we've been learning on Sundays. Kids, as always, I've loved being with you. I miss seeing you. I hope this week that you will seek God in the choices that you make, that you will pray to him and ask him for guidance, and that you will have a great week, and I'll see you again next Sunday.